Hey, Sangriaz from the Hidden Levels here with an 100% achievement guide and walkthrough for the park. This is being played on Xbox One. This guide will guide you through all of the achievements in the game, and the entire video should be about an hour long. It's broken up into 3 parts. Park is a first-person adventure slash horror game, and the achievements are fairly simple, with only 4 that are missable. We're gonna get the one that's that sounds like it's the end game, but actually it's one of the achievements that you could get right at the start of the game. Start a new game here and then watch the opening cinematics. I edited out some loading screens because they're quite long. Some of the loading screens, there aren't that many, but it took like 40-50 seconds to load the game, so I edited those out a little bit. So if you see a little bit of break, that's why it's there. After the opening cinematics, just walk to the exit where the car entrance is, and then try to walk out of the park, and it'll get you an achievement called Mist, and it's for leaving the park. If you just read the description, it looks like it's to finish the game and leave the park at the end, especially since it's a survivor horror game, that it's to survive and get out of there, but it's actually just to leave it right here. But you actually can't leave, as you'll see. There was a little bit of cut there, and there will be a little bit of cut coming up because some notifications came and I didn't want to show that. I was downloading some other games to play later after finishing this video. Anyway, just keep walking up here, and you'll be surrounded by mist. The entire screen will become white, and you'll get the achievement called the Mist. And at that point, I couldn't figure out a way to get out of it. And the only way seemed to be to press start and then, or the menu button, or whatever, the hamburger button, or whatever it's called, and select new game and restart. So you'll see me do that in a little bit. I just wanted to show you me getting the achievement. I wait for that to disappear, and then I'll pause the game in just a sec here. There we go, and we'll select new game. It'll ask you if you want to override, and we do, and we start the game again. Here I cut out the loading screen as well as the beginning opening sequence, and we're going to begin the actual game now. So now, naturally, instead of leaving the park, we want to enter the park and start our actual adventure. So walk towards the information booth, which is next to the turnstiles near the park. There are 4 missable achievements in the game, but you can easily get them even if you're not really aware of them. But if you do miss them, there are no chapter selects or anything like that, so you do have to start the game over and play until the point that you can get them. Fortunately, as you've seen, the Mist is like the first achievement possible in the game, so if you miss that, you start the new game and you just grab it. If you miss the second or the third or the 4th missable achievements, they're actually in the 2 missable. First missable achievement is in the first ride that you get on. Second missable achievement is in the area right after that, and the 3rd missable achievement is in the area right after that. So basically, you'll see me get the first missable achievement right here within part 1 of this video, and first of the 3 that we have left, and then the other 2 will get right after, because I end the first part of the video after the first ride. So Yeah, and the entire game is about 45 minutes long. Even if you take it slow and examine everything, I don't expect there to be much longer than 2 hours of gameplay at most. Now that we've talked, it tells you about pressing B. If you press B, it calls you to your son, and it highlights all the objects that are interactable in the game. So like that flyer, most of the stuff I found you don't really have to interact with. So we just got the achievement for entering the park, and I will take the escalator up. And a lot of this game is about experience. Oh, by the way, if you don't want to be spoiled and you want to just enjoy the game, but you don't want to miss the missable achievement, the first missable achievement was the mist that I've already shown you. Second one is in the ride, the Tunnel of Tales. There will be a mascot of the park named Chad. Just look at him, like stare at him, and you'll get the achievement called Chad. And in this video, it's around maybe 16 minutes. So if you just want to check that part out, please go ahead. And the other missable achievements will be in part 2. One will be like right in the beginning. It's after Tunnel of Tales. You go to the next area where there are bridges leading to the next area. You cross that bridge, and it's like a circular area, and there's a spinning ride that you can't actually get on, but if you go around it, there will be a photograph on a bench. You examine that photograph and you get the achievement, and then you move on to the next area, which is the bumper cars. There will be a bumper car outside of the actual ride, just sitting outside, and on top of that is a device. Examine that device and you get the other achievements. So the third and fourth missable achievements are like right in the beginning of part 2 of this series of videos. So if you just want to check those out, I would advise that you watch about 60 minutes to the end of this part 1, and then beginning of part 2. And then everything else is story related, so it's just a matter of beating the game. I just started. I didn't really know where to go. Turns out I gotta go clockwise around the park. And House of Horror that we see is the final area. I don't think we can enter it. It doesn't do anything at this moment. So I go ahead and towards the tunnel of Tales. I actually go towards it a little bit, but I realize this is the final area. Can't go in just yet. So I go towards the Tunnel of Tales. So I keep going. And entering the tunnel, riding the Tunnel of Tales, I think as soon as you get on it, we get an achievement, or maybe after you get off. There's a lot of stuff to examine that tells you the story of what's going on. Examining all of this, reading everything, will prolong the story and tell you more of what's going. Tell you more of the story and all that. But for the sake of speediness and of this video, I'm running as much as I can, and I'm showing as little as possible as far as like reading the items. So now, but I am checking everywhere just in case, that there's some item that I got interact with. So I'm at the Tunnel of Tales. This is just an amusement park, so there should be a queue, but there isn't. Anyway, so we go there, get on the ride. As soon as it stops, we'll be able to get on the ride. Okay, ride this one. And there we go. We've started our journey of the Tunnel of Tales. This part, you can only move your head around. You cannot walk around. Obviously, you're inside a ride. and there will be a lot of things happening. So if you don't like to be spoiled, just skip ahead about 6 minutes towards the end, or 5 to 6 minutes. Towards the end of this ride is where Chad is. I mean, it's pretty hard to miss Chad. It's like you look at the left side and he fills up about a third of the screen basically. But technically, this is missable if you're looking only at the right side and you're just not looking at Chad. But I already know he's coming up, so my screen is focused on the left side instead of the right side where there's a projection screen. So you should be able to kind of see an outline of Chad. It's very dark in this tunnel. Yep. Okay, as we round the corner in just a little bit, we'll start to see Chad appear. Okay, just keep looking at that. That that thing standing up. That's Chad. And he will also look at you, and his eyes will glow. That's when you know you're looking at the right thing. And as I said, if you missed it, this is only like, I started this playthrough at about 4 minutes in this video. This is 12 minutes. So this is only 8 minutes into the game. Really not a big deal to play to this point again. So you got Chad. Now just ride to the end of this ride and you'll get another achievement. The achievement is called Swan's Gingerbread and Chocolate, and it's worth 50 points. So, and yeah, that's it. Don't really have much to say. No, nothing to do. Just enjoy this ride. Some creepy things I think happens, and just enjoy. At the end, you get off the ride, you get the achievement, and that's the end of this part 1. And I'll see you back at part 2. So I'm gonna say my goodbyes here. Enjoy the rest of this video. Thank you for watching. My name is Sangriaz from The Hidden Levels. Please don't forget to subscribe. Come check us out on our website, on our Twitch, www.thehiddenlevels.com, twitch.tv/thehiddenlevels. We got a lot more previews, guys, on our channel too, so check our YouTube channel often. And I'll be back with part 2 of this video very soon.
Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house? An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you. But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you. The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed. Once inside the house, the old woman changed. She stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him. Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said. The opening is here. And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked. And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.